How we doing today, guys? It's Jesse with the Common Man Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. And as kind of a follow-up to basically what turned into a series that I was doing last week on the border, was not intentional, just kind of panned out that way, so we go in the direction the Lord leads us as best we can. So this is from justthenews.com, which is a really excellent news source that I recommend because they are one of the most balanced. They try to do everything straight down the middle with all of this kind of stuff. They try to not use outlandish wording in any of their articles. They don't take a slant. They try to avoid a slant either way as much as anyone humanly possibly can. But I think they do a really good job out of that, and I really highly recommend checking them out because they are a great news source to check every day. So here we go. From justthenews.com. Representative Maria Salazar, Latino voters don't want open borders. We want safety for our families, order at the border, and a growing economy, the Florida Republican says of Latinos in the U.S. And I'm assuming she probably has the exact same opinion of many of us in South Texas and the Hispanic population in Texas as a whole. So before we get into this article, please hit that like button down below. If you are not already, subscribe and share this with all your friends because that's the best way for it to get out. So here we go. Florida Republican Maria Salazar told Just the News Latino voters don't want open borders, and the Biden administration isn't adequately prepared for the anticipated influx of migrants arriving at the border after Title 42 gets lifted. Title 42 was enforced during the COVID-19 pandemic to prevent certain categories of asylum seekers at the border from entering the country and spreading the coronavirus. By ending Title 42, President Biden welcomes an influx of migrants to the U.S. that our system is not prepared to handle. Salazar told Just the News he has no plan to solve the issue at our southern border, and it's hitting my community, the Hispanic American community, the hardest. Hear, hear, ma'am. Hear, hear. The widespread assumption that Hispanics are single-issue voters focused on untrammeled border crossings is a misconception, she argues. We Latinos don't want open borders. We want safety for our families, order at the border, and a growing economy, she said. Absolutely. Border Patrol Union Chief Brandon Judd has warned that the drug cartels will control the U.S. border once the Biden administration lifts Title 42 at the end of May. Salazar, a Cuban-American elected to Congress in 2020, urged Congress to pass the immigration reform bill she introduced in February. The GOP is listening and responding to the Hispanic community's concerns about inflation and economic growth, she said. And I'm proposing actual solutions to fix our broken immigration system and address the border crisis through my Dignity Act, a realistic Republican-led solution to restore law and order in our immigration system and secure our border once and for all. Hear, hear. That sounds good. Look, a Republican might actually be doing something. Recent polls show that Democrats risk alienating Latino voters, particularly over their handling of the U.S. economy. Salazar said the Dignity Act would secure our border, provide a dignified solution to immigration in the United States, and support American workers. I'll have to look that bill up and see what it says. See if we really want to call this out and kind of support it. But, I mean, I definitely agree with her comments on as far as the way Hispanics don't... I don't think any American wants to see what's been going on our border. It's absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't be stood for. And the people that are getting hurt worse the most are the people that live along the border. Their towns are being overrun. Their lands, their properties are being put in danger by the ridiculousness of the administration and just how many people they're letting through now. Once Title 42 lifted, that number is going to go through the roof. It's going to be absolutely insane. And it's going to get way worse before any of it gets better. And these people are not helping anything. I think they're honestly out trying to collapse the U.S. as much as they possibly can. They are trying to do a controlled descent and overwhelm our system any way they possibly can, and they know this is one of the things that they can do with it. But hey guys, that's just my common sense take. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoy my content, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, and let me know what you think about all this crazy border crossings, man. This stuff I think is about to get wild, especially for those of us that live in South Texas. So we'll see what happens. This is Jesse with the Common Man Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. Thanks for watching.